of the key factors in aging is stress. So if we live a life where we work long hours, we're not taking methods to manage stress. We have stress in our personal life, we have stress at work. We're not taking time to exercise, meditate, pray. Then this will ultimately cause a health crisis in our life. Emotional stress is linked to oxidative and inflammatory stress. So when we have these negative emotions, it has a detrimental physical impact on the body. It's important to recognize that. So Aeon, what we have found, within about 15 seconds, reduces the stress on the nervous system. One of the important studies that we did with Aeon was with Dr. Tom Budzinski, and we used a piece of technology that's called thought technology, and it measures changes in the sympathetic and the parasympathetic nervous system. And what we found is that within 15 seconds of applying the Aeon patch, the nervous system goes into balance. So that's why we market this as a product for managing stress. Now, here's a fun fact. Very often, I'll be asked, well, we know the glutathione patch elevates glutathione. We know X39 elevates copper peptide. Why don't we show what peptide Aeon will elevate? And the reason why we don't talk about that is because if you were to do a search on that peptide, you would immediately see medical applications for that peptide, and we don't want to make those claims for this patch since we don't study it that way. But the Aeon patch was developed as a result of research that was done, interestingly enough, on bees. So if you take a peptide that naturally occurs in the human body, in the liver, and this peptide declines with age, and you take that peptide and you inject it into a worker bee, you can increase the lifespan of the worker bee to be equivalent to a queen bee. And turns out that the queen bee, the reason why they live longer is because they're eating the royal jelly, and that peptide is found in the royal jelly. So this is a very good example of how we can look to nature and find clues to how different species are defying normal aging and then apply that over to human beings. So use of the Aeon patch elevates this peptide. It will reduce stress on your nervous system, reduce inflammatory oxidative stress, and we certainly believe this will ultimately have very beneficial impact on longevity.